Patrick Jones drives in Jonathan Tasis with the game-winning run, and High Desert's come-from-behind 5-4 victory over the Hollywood Stars. These two, Patrick Jones and Jonathan Tasis, Yardbirds veterans. The newest Yardbird, southpaw reliever A.J. Epstein, emerges the winning pitcher in his first appearance for High Desert. This win, the Yardbirds' 5th in a row and 8th in their last 9 games, improves the team to 19-13 and pulls them within 4.5 games of first place in the Pecos League Pacific Division. The come-from-behind triumph is High Desert's second straight over a greatly improved Hollywood Stars team. Hollywood out-hit High Desert in this Sunday contest 10-9. The night prior, Hollywood collected 11 hits in a contest that saw the Yardbirds rebound for a 12-10 win. The Sunday win requires strategic personnel moves by a High Desert skipper, Jack G. Humphrey, in utilizing the right players at the right time among the 22-man roster. Right move number 1 in the 8th, bringing speedster Dylan Kester off the bench to run for leading hitter Anthony Hawkins. A risk in that were this game to go extra innings, the Yardbirds lose the bat of Hawkins, who had reached base twice this night against the Stars. Dylan Kester promptly steals second, his 9th stolen base, placing him in scoring position. High Desert trails 4-3 in the 8th at this point. Exemplary piece of hitting next by Blake Butcher, who hits behind the runner and nearly hits it out. Stars right fielder Caleb Davidson the fine running catch. Blake Butcher's sacrifice fly enables Dylan Kester to advance to third. Following a Jonathan Tasis walk, the stage is set for Buddy Traxler to come through with one of his biggest base hits of the season. 2 outs, down 1. Buddy Traxler rips the solid base hit to left. Dylan Kester trots home with the tying run, 4-4. 12th RBI of the year for the 25-year-old catcher out of Ontario Christian. None bigger than this. Strategic right move number 2 in this 8th, calling on Patrick Jones to pinch hit. Among many things we've learned about Patrick Jones, he applies the never saw a first pitch I didn't like approach in being aggressive at the plate. Patrick Jones swings at the first pitch he sees, slamming it up the middle and into center, sending Jonathan Tasis home with what proves to be the game-winning run. What else have we learned about Patrick Jones?
That first, you thrive under pressure. You have had some big late inning base hits.
I think more than anything, it just kind of happens that way. Big situations, I really just try to focus on putting the ball in play. I think that's the main thing. That's what I think about more than anything, honestly. So if you put it in play, you have a chance to get that hit. So that's what I just really focus on, getting a good pitch that I can hit and handle, and just putting a barrel on.
And it's not only that, but you also have the experience and the expertise of going with the pitch. I see you're not trying to pull everything out of a park with the wind behind you that could go out, but sending it the other way, and it's paid off. Give us your background, where you started playing, and how'd you wind up in Adelanto?
Well, last year I played indie ball up in Watertown, New York, in the Empire League. And before that I played college baseball at Xavier and in Cincinnati. And so one of my buddies played in the Pecos last year. He played for Tucson, and he gave JD a call about me because we work out together in the off season. And so JD called me, and that's kind of how I ended up here, to be honest with you.
Now take us back through the changes: high school baseball, transition to college, college baseball, transition to professional ball. What are the biggest differences?
Pitching. I would say pitching from high school to college is a big one. Plus, you got to balance the studies too and the time management. That's pretty difficult. And then from college to indie ball or pro ball, the biggest difference is honestly you get away with some mechanical flaws with the metal bat, and I know I did, and so I had to make some adjustments once I started hitting with wood. So I was striking out a little bit too much at the beginning of last year. So I was making some adjustments, some mechanical, just because you get away with some stuff in college baseball that you'll get exposed in indie ball.
The Hollywood Stars are a vastly improved hitting team compared to the one that lost 17-0 to Cesar Godinez 2 weeks earlier here in Adelanto. Hollywood hitters have been producing runs at an impressive rate, averaging 6 runs a game in their last 8 games, and they do not make things easy for Cesar Godinez this night. The former Sultana and Victorville College standout gives up 3 runs on 5 hits in working 6 against the Stars. Command is the biggest obstacle keeping Cesar Godinez from winning this night. 3 walks in the third load the bases for the Stars' outstanding defensive shortstop Ryan Colombo, who clears the bases with a triple that puts Hollywood ahead 3-2. It's not that Cesar Godinez had a terrible outing. He strikes out 3 in his 6 innings of work. Those 3 Ks move him back to the top of the leaderboard among Yardbirds pitchers in strikeouts on the season, now at 33. But the inability to get out ahead of hitters, he works from behind in the count most of the night, contributes most heavily to his reaching the 101 pitch count by the end of 6. Cesar Godinez will be expected to return to the mound Friday, June 31st, in search of his 2nd win of the season when he makes his 8th start. That opponent, the California City Whiptails. A major contributor to High Desert's 5-game win streak has been leadoff hitter Dominic Zaher, doubling here to start things off against Hollywood. 5th double on the season and first of 2 hits this game for the 24-year-old speedster. His 6th double comes his next time up. Another of the current homestand heroes, Shane Brown, whose patented take it deep the other way swing of the bat rides the jet stream up high, deep, over, and out, just clearing the Firehawk protection sign some 350 feet away in straightaway right field. 2nd home run of this homestand for Shane Brown, whose club-leading hitters score soars to 98, just a couple of degrees below Sunday's game-time temperature. 2-0 Yardbirds right off the bat. The Dominic Zaher-Shane Brown combination back at it in the 3rd. Dominic Zaher's base hit over the outstretched reach of third baseman Grant Arnold may be a single for most, but it's easily stretched to a double by Dominic Zaher, who will be moved over to third on Blaine Swift's groundout. Shane Brown's groundout to short sends Dominic Zaher home to tie the score at 3. 8th run scored by Dominic Zaher in the last 4 games, in which he is going 10 for 17, raising his batting average to .318. Quite a hot streak for the former Fisher College Falcon. So we can legitimately add Dominic Zaher to the nomenclature menagerie of bird-related by name Yardbirds. On the subject of menagerie, the Shark sends the Hawk to 2nd on Shane Sharkey's base hit up the middle. The Hawk, Anthony Hawkins, in his 2nd game back with the Yardbirds off the DL. Shane Sharkey has been Mr. Consistency for the Yardbirds. He's hitting .336, a team-high 36 base hits for the former Antelope. The Lopers, the mascot of University of Nebraska Kearney, Shane Sharkey's alma mater, not to be confused with a jackalope, native of the Midwest. Ever wonder how high a loper can jump? Outstanding iPhone capture here of Shane Sharkey preparing for takeoff on the double play. Next time up, Shane Sharkey follows his 2nd base hit of the game with his team-high 10th stolen base. But alas, as in his previous time on base, the Shark is stranded. It is Hollywood that scores next, taking the lead on Jacob Woller's double, skipping just over third and heading down the left field line, scoring Ryan Colombo. It is 4-3 Stars heading into High Desert's half of the 8th. Buddy Traxler's clutch 2-out base hit scores Dylan Kester with the tying run. It also moves Jonathan Tasis, who had walked, into scoring position at 2nd. Patrick Jones pinch hits and takes the first pitch he sees up the middle, scoring Jonathan Tasis with what proves to be the game winner. High Desert escapes with the 5-4 victory, while Tucson is completing a 4-game sweep of Bakersfield that moves the Segoras into first place in the Pacific Division. Next up for the Yardbirds, off to Bakersfield for 1 before returning home to open a 7-game homestand that sees the Amberjacks, Stars, Whiptails, and Train Robbers come to town. The Community Table Restaurant Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting Victor Valley teams and athletic programs.